to talk to you about an intervention that we've designed and developed for kids with autism between the ages of 3 to 7. And you might be asking, why 3 to 7? Well, past research has shown that as the brain develops, different regions of the brain talk, and as they communicate, they form connections, and then other regions join and they form a network. And a brain network manages a range of functions. And during typical development, what happens is that the connectivity with some of those regions that are close by weakens, and then the regions of the brain that are further away get integrated into that network, and that connectivity instead becomes strengthened. So research shows that an optimal balance between this close range versus long range connectivity is required for typical development, and that's what's affected in kids with autism. That optimal balance is altered, and this alteration happens early in life, and it affects the functions that the network supports. So what we want to do is intervene early on during development when these networks are forming. And also because the brain is so young, is open and receptive to change, so we want to intervene during that time. And you might be asking, how are we going to intervene? Well, we're going to use an approach called cognitive training. And cognitive training has been successful in other clinical groups when it's done properly. But it hasn't really been examined in kids with autism, and it involves really repeated exercise of a specific brain network over a couple of weeks by having the trainee carry out specific tasks that aim a specific ability. So if the trainee is able to complete the task, then those proper regions within the brain have to cooperate and work together in order to successfully finish the task. So if we can train the children to complete these tasks, begin very, very easy with lots of incentives and feedback, and encourage them to carry the task to the end, and I keep repeating that over a couple of weeks, we expect to see improvements not only on the tasks that they've been training, but more importantly on tasks that target the ability that we've been training. So that's what we call transfer or generalization. So the gains in performance generalizes to other contexts and to other tasks. So far we have designed and we've developed 6 modules. Each one of them targets a specific ability that is known to be affected in autism, such as the ability to shift attention from a given aspect in a task, the ability to read emotion from the face. We made them really interesting looking. They look like video games, so we want the kids to think that they're playing video games so they don't give mom and dad a hard time. And they're interested, it's fun, they want to play it. And we give them lots of incentives and encourage them, and it starts really simple. As they play it, they become better, and as they become better, the difficulty only in terms of the ability we're training increases. So we want to push their limits, but we don't want to push it too much that they get discouraged. But we are pushing the limits all the time. It's been tested in children with typical development, and we've got really good feedback. They do find it interesting and engaging. Our next step is to get some feedback from children with autism, and then after that, we'll look at the effectiveness of it. And in terms of, well, cognitive training is very accessible. You can train at home on a computer, so there's no wait list, there's no demand on clinicians. So it's accessible, it's very affordable, it's fun, and if we can intervene early enough, we're going to be able to stimulate communication between those brain regions and help improve connectivity within the brain. If we're able to do that, we should see improvements on some of the abilities that underlie such things as academic performance. We might be able to boost academic performance. We might be able to improve abilities that underlie symptoms, such as improving inhibitory control, so there's reduced repetitive behavior. So the aim is target those abilities, exercise them, and then we should see improvement in all those fields. That's it. Thank you.